Hey everybody, Mrs. Norris here. So I'm going to walk you through our activity, the Texas Revolution, in 3 minutes. What I want you to know is how to answer the questions: how justifiable is the growth of United States territory, and what is the most important consequence of westward expansion? With this activity, I want you to understand that many settlers from Mexico traveled into the Southwest, bringing with them their cultural traditions, their attitudes towards slavery, their land grant system, and the economy they established. The arrival of westward moving settlers from the east into these Mexican territories led to conflict, as the settlement of Americans in northern Mexico led to a desire to establish the Republic of Texas and eventually brought the United States into war with Mexico. So today we're going to be focusing on the Texas Revolution. And the Texas Revolution is important because it began roughly around October 1835 and ended at about April 21st, 1836. And almost 10 years to the day, April 25th, 1846, was the start of the Mexican-American War, or the United States War with Mexico. Mostly, obviously, over land rights and the use of land and taking land and following cultural traditions that the American settlers refused to do, things like that. So this is incredibly important, and in the next couple of weeks, we'll be working on our next DBQ, where we're going to attempt to answer the question: was the United States justified in going to war with Mexico? So this Texas Revolution is the precursor or the buildup to that war. So we're going to be summarizing the causes and consequences of the Texas Revolution. So this week, our focus is the Texas Revolution. The directions are to make a copy of the file, the Texas Revolution, in 3 minutes. We'll do that in a second. We're going to be sure to change copy of to our first and last name. And as you're watching the video, which there's a link there, as well as a link below and on the document itself, take notes on the events listed on the chart. And then when you're done, download your file as a PDF and submit through Canvas. If you're doing this in 2021, this is due tomorrow, March 15th, by the end of the day, and it will be open until March 30th. So that, again, is in 2021. If you're doing this in later years, it might be a little bit different. All right, so I'm going to do the first one with you today to kind of get you started, and then you'll finish the rest on your own. It's, again, a short video. It's only 3.5 minutes. A lot of that is taken up by ads, so we don't have to worry too much about how long it is. Let's first make a copy of the file. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I'm going to make a copy. And as it says, while that's loading, as it says, we want to make sure we change copy of to our first and last name. So up at the top, I'm going to change this to my first and last name. You actually put your first and last name. Okay. And then let's look at our main idea and why it matters now. So the main idea is that American and Tejano citizens led Texas to independence from Mexico. And why does it matter now? The diverse culture of Texas has developed from the contributions of many different groups. And again, we have our know, understand, and do, just in case we need to review that. So to set myself up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this tab out, and I am going to resize it so that it takes up about half of my screen here. I'm going to do the same with this. And then I'm going to move it over. Now, if you have the Chrome extension Dual List, which if you don't have it, I suggest that you download it. You can also use this here. Okay. So I use the Dual List Chrome extension to 50/50 it, so it's half and half. All right. So again, the video is also here on my file. It's on slide 2 and slide 3. The only problem is when I try to type while the video is playing, the video will pause itself. Okay, so I want to make sure that I can watch the video continuously and then pause on the slides. It will pause and take you back to the beginning. If I have the video showing at the same time here on my assignment page as well as the slides open, it will pause when I need it to pause, and then I can continue on when I'm done typing. So it says, use the video to take notes on the people and events below that contributed to the Texas Revolution. So we're going to be looking at the events that are in the second column. We're going to write our facts in the third column. And then the video time is about the time roughly where he begins talking about these events. Okay. So I tried to help you out a little bit there. So I'm going to be looking for things that happened in and around 1821, and that's where my first set of notes is going to begin. So I'm going to do this first one with you. I'm going to go ahead and start the video, and then we'll continue on together.
It's not quite common knowledge that what is now part of the United States was once part of Mexico, and Mexico once part of Spain. Of course, the Spaniards conquered it from the Aztecs, who took it from the Toltecs, who took it from the Mayas, who took it from the Olmecs, etc. But what we're concerned about in this video is how Texas, once a territory in Mexico, became its own country. It all started when Mexico gained its independence from Spain, which occurred around 50 years after the U.S. gained its independence from Great Britain. In 1821, Mexico concluded its war of independence, and it became...
So I'm going to say Mexico concluded its war for independence 50 years after America gained independence from Britain. Okay.
Became its own country.
Mexico became its own country.
Its country was founded on a federalist system of government.
So now we're getting into the Federalist system, which is the 40. And because my directions were to get 3 to 5 facts each, I'm going to rewind it just a little and get some of this information that I might have missed in the beginning.
Aztecs, who took it from the Toltecs, who took it from the Mayas.
Maybe just a little bit more here.
In Mexico, once part of Spain. Of course, the Spaniards conquered it from the Aztecs.
I'm going to go up to the beginning here. Mexico was once a part of Spain, okay? Who took it from the Aztecs, who took it from the...
Who took it from the Toltecs, who took it from the Mayas, who took it from the Olmecs, etc.
From the Toltecs, who took it from the Mayans, and so on. Okay, so now I have my 3 sets of notes. So I've followed directions. I'm going to put these into bullets. Okay, and then I am going to continue on. So at about 40, he's going to talk about the Federalist system. So I'm going to continue working with the Federalist system. So again, the timestamp gives you an idea of what it is that, or where it is in the video you can find it. So if you get to, like, say, for example, conditions for settlers, and you didn't get anything about the settlement program, then you can rewind back to about 56 seconds and you'll get information from there, okay? And just as we did in the first one, if you get to the end, so this was only about 5 seconds long, but I still need 3 to 5 facts each. kind of rewind a little bit before that time, and then you can get another additional note or so. All right, so that is the activity for today. When you are done, make sure that you download this as a PDF and then upload your document to Canvas so that I can grade it for you. And again, the best thing to do is to watch the video as it is on the assignment page. The other option too is to actually open it in YouTube. And if you actually open it in YouTube, you can use the closed captions, the text at the bottom, the subtitles, to help you with the information as well. So again, this may be your best option to watch it in YouTube, particularly if there might be information, maybe he goes too fast and you need to watch the subtitles to get what he says. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good luck. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. When you're done, you'll continue moving on through the Texas Revolution. And then again, next week, we'll begin working on our next DBQ.